Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. So, last episode, I didn't have the camera in the right place, so I was covering up a bit of dialogue in the class trial, so whoops-a-daisies. Happens sometimes, I guess. But, yeah, because, like, I have different camera positions for my streaming, for my Hollow Knight series, and this Danganronpa series. So, like, yeah. I got it confused for the first time. Alright. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're back into it. When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
If I'm right about this,
Okay, so we're at this part. The paper
this
part.
piece came
Gotcha.
from is...
A sheet of paper. Oh, yeah.
I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on
Duh,
the phone.
just now you decided to mash them together? I don't know, I felt like that would have been the first thing I would have done.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Huh, yeah, AoE?
Yup. They're from
Oh my
the
god.
same piece of paper.
I was hoping maybe AoE would figure it out, like, huh. So, those two fit together. What does that mean? Maybe the villain cut two different pieces of paper in the same way. I'd imagine that's what AoE would say. Just to point that
Hifumi
out.
had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note.
Uh-huh.
There's only one way to explain it.
Yes. The pieces of paper were cut at the exact same time. Two different ones.
Taka died clutching the note.
Oh.
Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip,
Yeah.
leaving behind only one small scrap.
Also, I didn't check. Is my... Should I, like, move this up a tiny bit? I don't know. I don't know what's good. I got a new chair, right? So, I'm still messing around with it.
Did I get all that right?
Yes!
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
So...
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this.
Yeah, like I said, he's
Sure.
probably the one who made the
In
costume.
fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
I'm pretty darn sure he's dead.
Sorry, no.
Yeah. He's
When we found him in the
definitely dead.
repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
That's a lie. He was like, ugh, hero, or something like that.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
Second body discovery, yeah.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
But the second body discovery thing was wrong too. Cause wait, was it after Hifumi was like wanted to wake up again, or before? I don't know.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Uh huh.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So well, yeah. I don't know how to compare these evidences. I've already forgotten a bit. It's been an
So,
hour
he must have been killed
since I last
after
played.
Taka's body vanished.
Which isn't a lot of
Before
time,
we
but is
found
enough
both
for me to
bodies
forget.
in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body.
Ah, see, that was the split up everyone and let's look for clues.
In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Ah, who suggested to split up? Was it Celeste?
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Ah,
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus.
hey, that doesn't mean they're trying to prove their alibi.
I'm not a walrus.
Is she a walrus? I mean, she doesn't really have tusks. That's like that's the main walrus thing.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
Now let's see. Will he say something really smart or really dumb?
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Oh, the hammer?
The weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same. with them having similar fractures and all.
Mm-hmm.
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Oh, maybe he's onto something.
If Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi,
Uh-huh.
then put the hammer back where they found it.
Holy crap, he's saying something
But
smart.
wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
That's why they split up.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance
Even
of
me, yeah, I was
brain
surprised.
lying around that skull of yours after all.
Yeah, no, this is kind of surprising to me.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
Heck yeah.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments.
What if it was the exact same
But
instrument?
if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
That's what the clean mallet
So
was
the
for.
question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
There was a cleaned mallet. I remember
Personally,
this.
I haven't a clue.
I thought maybe like the cleaned mallet was because they used it as like a mask or something to make the other mallets, but I'm realizing that's probably not true. They just painted mallets, but like
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
none.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big
It
enough
was
to
the
kill
cleaned
someone.
one.
Then,
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
Uh-huh. The
I
cleaned
think
mallet.
it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing,
Yes,
right?
there's a lots of mallets though.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
I know! Weapon actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth. I know the truth! Spotless hammer, yeah!
What was used to kill Hifumi?
This.
Was it Justice Hammer 3?
Probably not.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
No,
well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out.
Uh-oh.
How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon?
I don't know.
How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Wait, why was there something underneath it? Wait.
Shoot!
Oh, I gotta think about this one. I shouldn't just rush into things.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Oh,
Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it
I'm gonna
was,
sit through the entire thing
there's
first.
one thing we have to figure out.
I'm gonna do it.
How was the culprit able
I'm
to
figuring
move
this out
around
without
so
dying.
freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
What?
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
That's the false one.
No, it's wrong.
I didn't listen through all of it, but you know, that one seems painfully obvious.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
Yeah? Yeah?
But seriously, a different weapon?
Oh, yes, it is.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi.
And there was a cleaned one.
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Why did I know this though? Why did I like look at a hammer and think, yes, this one's has less flecks of dirt? Oh, that, my friend, looks like a truth bullet. Like, how did he know that? I forgot the context.
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Murder.
If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
Yeah?
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers.
Maybe
Big
he was
ones,
killed with a paintbrush.
small ones,
You never know.
and even some flat mallet-like ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Yeah? Probably.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
But not the exact same.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Very complicated indeed, I know.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the
Now.
one who betrayed him.
Who around here could bully Hifumi into doing something? I think you got your answer right there, bud.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
I mean, he died.
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping
I mean,
someone else
yeah,
carry
but
out
he
murder.
died, so clearly someone whacked him, and Taka was clearly dead. So I just thought, yeah, Taka was. I don't know. I don't think a Fubi just gets a hammer and offs himself.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Well, yeah. We talked about how there would be any reason anyone to work together. What if they both murdered the same? What if they both planned to murder people? At least that's what we thought at first, but. Oh gosh. Time to die. Plotless hammer? That doesn't seem like what I would use.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right?
Yeah.
In this case, however, there were two murders.
Can we really say there's no chance two people work together on this?
Based on the rules
Okay.
that have been laid out for us, even
I
if
got
more
2
than one
lives,
person is
and there's only
complicit
2
in the
ways I
murder,
can think about doing it, so.
only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply
Mine.
impossible that two people work together on this.
We don't know that.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
Yes,
But that
interesting.
only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however,
Where is it?
there were two murders.
Oh, frick. It's the other way around. Okay.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming
Man,
the
it's
rule
such a
holds
simple
true,
one, and I'm
it is
losing all my
simply
health.
impossible that two people work together on this.
These things are difficult.
That is
Or
how
I'm
the
just
rule
bad
was
at logic.
explained to us.
I think that's how it
But
really
that
works.
only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Okay.
Based on the rules that have been laid out
If
for
this
us,
doesn't break, I'm gonna be
even
real
if
saddened.
more
I'm just
than
gonna
one
point that
person
out.
is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply
No, it's wrong.
Look at that. I did it.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
Yeah, and if you do 2
What do you
murders,
mean?
then each of them get escape.
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
But 2?
Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Unless they're going for a double kill.
Risk
A double,
versus
like an
reward
Among Us double
benefit?
kill.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
Saddening.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're
When are we
saying
gonna
that
get to
two
proving it's
people
the
could
person?
act as each other's accomplices
I just
to
thought
commit
about that.
two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime.
Now, who would do that?
And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
That's
in
fair.
This case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders.
It was a double.
Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
Exactly, poor Hifumi was bullied
And
into
it
it.
only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Exactly.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies,
Honestly,
creating one seamless set of circumstances. They made it look like
it is
one
kind of
person
sounded
was
like something
behind it all.
Byakuya would do. But he left too big of a paper trail, and then, well, Byakuya would, if Byakuya was the one who, like, committed the crime, I feel like he'd be the Riddler and leave clues, just so that anyone could have a chance. It could be interesting for him.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Ah.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Well, that's kind of cruel.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
Well, I mean, they adapted. Just saying.
And so, I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Well, since us two murders were the same, that was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural if she's good at this. How good she is at
I
this.
understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
I mean, yeah. She does know everything, but so is Byakuya. Still wondering, like, what her ultimate is. Like, ultimate genius? Ultimate... I don't know. Ultimate Scooby-Doo gang. Okay.
That's problem numero uno right now.
Mm-hmm. True killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. Now, who has manipulated Hifumi in the past? Oh, maybe the tea incident brings up something? In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Yeah. Sorry, Celeste.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Yeah.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Yes!
I really do hate this kind of joke.
But it's not a joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yes, you're the only one who would really... I mean, it has to be female, or else Hifumi would not go for it, right? And now, and then Aoi's too kind. Sakura? I don't think that's Hifumi's type. Kyoko? I don't know. Kyoko doesn't seem like the person who would work with anyone.
The idea
And then
that I
Toko
would choose
is just
to spend
not.
any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
You asked someone to make you tea.
Pardonnez-moi.
Oh, pardon-moi. Yeah, any little... Your poker face is
Just
breaking.
to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Uh-oh.
Is that so?
Yes.
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
The two? Two. Why two?
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Oh. Okay, then. What is it that only Hifumi hadn't said? Encountering a suspicious individual. Yeah, they're the only ones that encountered the robot.
behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it?
Yes.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Seems like they're getting it.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Hey, what? That's mean.
Sorry.
But I'm
As
figuring
he
stuff
said,
out.
only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Okay.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
That is true.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
There's a good chance.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Yes. And then Celeste said she found him, but Yasuhiro couldn't have done it.
And not
Or
too
Yasuhi-
long after that,
probably
do you
pronouncing that
remember
wrong.
what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, something moving around the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to
No, I
have
like how
seen.
patronizing Celeste looks over there.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
Uh-huh.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
Which is very uncharacteristic of her,
and
as
when we all
Byakuya
come
pointed
to
out.
see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange, costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he had headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yeah. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to
Gotta get
us
some
to
voice
divide
acting in
into
there every
two
now and then.
groups, so that we would discover
They
both
do all of it
bodies
for
at
me.
the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
I completely forgot about that. Then why don't we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well. Then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I'll leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Uh-oh.
And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on.
Yeah, not your poker face kind of. You're the gambler, the poker face player. Ha-ah?
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I don't remember this.
I just realized another strange thing.
What?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
I suddenly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Yeah?
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
How's this play in? I don't know.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Eh?
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
They're hiding.
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
Finding a way to get them out.
Then that was...
Dun dun dun, the moment.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
I really like this detective stuff, but I'm scared if there's another bullet time.
I have no idea what you mean.
I have no idea.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, did I?
Yes.
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
Was it? The blueprints.
What are you talking about?
The blueprints.
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Oh, you did say they. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die, just like those guys did. You are saying plural.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Well, I mean, there's two things strange about it, right? So, at first she said those guys, so she knew two people were working together, right? And then secondly, this is them discovering Hifumi for the first time, so she shouldn't have known about Taka.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Oof.
Think about it.
Celeste not feeling good about that one.
Doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. although I don't really get what it means.
Well, see, I just assume that there's sometimes grammatical errors in these kinds of games. So I probably brushed over it like that, to be perfectly honest.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Yeah. Byakuya said the Celeste comment doesn't make sense. What is he alluding to? Okay, that has nothing to do with it.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this.
Yeah, they.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Okay.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh, wait, I was analyzing that.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and
I'm gonna have to wait till to get it to the end
they
again.
Must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Uh-huh.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this.
Alright, I gotta analyze this one.
Isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Gimme. So strange.
All I said was,
I ain't losing this one. I'm taking my time. I'm not just clicking rapidly.
Standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those.
That's the strange part. I got it first try. I am a genius. Or this was just really easy.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died.
Uh-huh.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Uh-oh. Did she not realize that?
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So
All
how
right,
did
then.
you know, Celeste?
Yeah, how did you?
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
Who knows?
Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's about to go anchor mode. I could sense it.
You all have such vivid imaginations.
Oh, never mind.
You know that?
Okay, then.
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Yeah?
Then what about the picture I took?
Well, I
How
mean...
do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
How do we know he was dragging? Y'all were working together.
Setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's time
Unless you were
to
in the suit the entire time.
set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other
Well,
words,
it could have been.
It is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged
It
away.
doesn't have to be.
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Because it's just a suit.
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
Oh, Kyoko goes
What
for it
could you
anyway.
possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
True,
No.
true.
There is no other explanation.
He was holding him up. Other explanations. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is they had been drinking. Hifumi's dragging the suspect away. mean, they're probably not dragging,
it's not
but...
a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away.
Uh-huh.
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Oh.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
You know, I thought maybe it'd be like a posing thing, but no, dragging? I didn't see that.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi.
Yeah,
It's the person
no, because
in the robot suit.
door level, it does not look like Hifumi is carrying him. It looks like they're like I don't know.
We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Because Hifumi is like on the ground. Like he's like halfway, unless he's just short. I don't know, but I thought he was kind of tall.
And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther.
Yeah?
If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
Yeah.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
So mean. How could you? Oh. Now we're getting to the angry.
Such a thing
Oh, we're about to get to it.
is utterly impossible.
Okay. I'd like you to prove it to me, please.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
I mean, if he was in on it,
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate
that's a
you.
little mean. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? This better not be complicated or else I'm gonna lose.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Yeah?
Like I said, ridiculous.
Give me those seconds.
As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that. Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Remember Hina said that she couldn't bend at the waist.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous.
Okay, which one? Would it be the design or?
As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
I think this is the right one.
If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
That's false.
No,
Costume
it's
doesn't
wrong.
bend. That's why he designed it that way.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
It didn't bend. I was scared it was going to be the blueprints because like those both fit kind of well. You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
Or was it a mistake?
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Yeah.
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh. Yeah. No, that's the face of someone who's guilty.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Yes, Yasuhiro. Suspicious sounds, Celeste. Do you got anything to comment?
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Uh-oh. We're about to hear anger. Oop, we're spiraling now. How long will it spiral? I do want to know. Will it just do a loop-de-loop? Or will it continue spiraling? I'm curious. Oh, it's still... Oh, I thought it was going to continue going.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
No! Yeah, but she's angry.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
What's that problem?
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe he was just like, ah, he's like a sidekick that's close enough to a priest. Get him over here, I'm dying. Ah. Who tried to kill you? Killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu. Or he was loyal.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Why are you being all patronizing?
Said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
Oh.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
What?
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did
Yeah.
say Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
Not sure.
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Well, that's a lot of threats for a person that's quite innocent.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Oh.
How did he refer to each of us?
I don't know. Use people's last names? Ah,
That's right.
I'm good at guessing.
Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Nayagi more than once, for example.
Oh, Nayagi, not Nagi.
So
Whatever.
if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name.
Mr.
Hagakure.
Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Uh-huh.
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
Very
No.
convenient.
There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
Yeah, apparently.
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, I mean,
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to.
if I remember correctly, we laid suspicions at the very beginning of the game, saying Celeste Ludenberg does not sound like a name that would apply to her. And also,
And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
it never shows the last name to Celeste. Under, like, you know how it shows name tags Mikado Naegi? It always says Celeste. It doesn't give anything. Yeah,
What
see?
did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Well, some people spit while laughing on accident, so you can do either. Just point that out.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Kinda.
Well, do I?
Oh man, her curls, her hair curls are getting spiky. That's how we know whether she's serious.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Well, you're the poker. You're not supposed to be on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Oh.
Make sure your ear holes are wide.
Are you gonna say
open
Celeste
and
Ludenberg?
listen up. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Show us that PDA. We know we've used the PDA, or it's not called the PDA, is it? The Monokuma thing. We've used it to solve 2 trials so far, so we'll end it with that. Celestia still won't give up, so then I do have something to make her accept it. Yeah. E-handbook. Oh, so that's why it was a truth bullet. I remember that.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
Uh-huh.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name
I like
is.
how we just doubt that it's her
I'm
real
going
name
to
anyways.
tell you. name is Celestia Bludenberg. God damn it!
That is upside down text.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
What pretending
I'm
is
not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
your e-handbook.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, look at that. Great. Broken.
That's it. The handbook.
Uh-oh.
what?
Yeah, we've literally pulled it out into a trials.
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
Yep.
Monokuma told us all about it before.
So will it say Celeste? We'll find out. Unless he just puts in nicknames. This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has many more uses than that. Oh, it's
All we have
e-handbook,
to
not
do
P.
is check our handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Uh-huh.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
Show us, Celeste. Show us.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Why is that an invasion of privacy?
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened?
Yeah.
Please, just tell us.
Wait, like she would tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up.
Oh.
Because.
Oh, she got into a rambling face.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Oh.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything
My
to
least
an end.
favorite part is coming. Oh no. I suck at this. Oh, I love that. Okay, wait. So, yeah, that looks about right. Okay, Act 2. About one-ish? Yeah. That looks about right. Now, what would go right there? Oh, that's him posing with No, that's literally this picture. That doesn't match. No, that's the dolly. That's the dolly. This is the only one that would make sense. Yeah, okay. Take a picture, blah, blah, blah. He comes in. I forgot which Justice Hammer. I think he was lumped with number 3, right? No, he was lumped with number 4. Wait. Oh, the watch. Okay. Okay, I'm getting this. Oh, dude, rip Taka. Wumpus. That was number 4. I can tell because it says 4 right there. I think you were number 2, right? None others could match. Okay. Yeah, because 3 was the murdering one. I love the twirl of tornado of blood that Hifumi has right there. Okay. Yep, he carried. Okay, and then right here would be the last one, right? That. Lumpus. Are we good? You know, I may have gotten this one first try.
The killer is.
We'll see, we'll see.
Before anything, the killer
I tried my
persuaded someone
best.
to help carry out the murder. And that person was
Celeste. Oh no, Hifumi. Look at that, they're shaking hands.
Hifumi.
What?
With an accomplice, the killer was
Why
able
do they
to
just draw
execute a
Hifumi
number of
like that? It's kinda
otherwise
funny.
impossible schemes.
At 1 o'clock. Yeah, yeah. He came in.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
It was Yasuhiro. Uh-oh.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect.
Uh-huh.
So when they met up with him,
Who did they plan for? I wonder who Celeste told Hifumi. Or I wonder who Celeste told Hifumi she would murder. I'm kind of confused about that.
they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Oh, this may be wrong. No, this is right. Good.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him.
Yeah? No, this is
While
going
the
really
killer
well so
used a
far.
digital
I gotta
camera to
say.
take pictures of the assault. They did
I'm not
all
nearly as
this
confused.
just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro.
Because we went over the
When they were
case
done
like I
with
think
it,
3
they
times
shoved
over
him,
itself
still
again
unconscious,
during the
into
trial, so I
cold
kind of
room
have all the information.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called
Taka.
Taka to the equipment room.
That is an evil looking face. Wumpus.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
That's a sad thing.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room.
Yep, time for
The
confusing
reason
stuff.
Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
But you know who's not confused? Me
So,
about the order of these events so
they
far.
falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect.
I mean, that is a good plan.
The first fake incident
Ish.
was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken.
Uh-huh.
They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library.
The Justice Hammer 2.
This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these
Yeah?
2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds.
It was
that
in
the
order.
suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right
Doesn't
into
really
their
make
trap
sense.
and started looking for the
Well, no, it
suspect
kind of
based
does,
on
because we
it.
discovered
But-
number 1 first on Celeste and number 2 with Hifumi. There we go.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office.
Yeah?
This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
The twirl of tornado.
Blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turn the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
Yeah, what an interesting plan.
He let
Dude,
out a
rip
scream
Hifumi.
to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found.
No.
Meanwhile, the other
Taka.
group that had been out searching found Taka's body
Oh,
at
his
the
Super
same
Saiyan
time.
word off. Best guess he's back to. He's no longer. Kyondo. I forgot already.
So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally
Yeah, it's
assumed it was for
Kiyotaka, so
Hifumi.
Kiyomondo? Yeah, that's what he named himself, I think.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply
can't believe
got
how
up
well this is
and
going.
made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Oh, Caterpillar. Is he going to evolve?
He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each
You know,
of the
I just
bodies
realized something we
disappeared.
never discussed. How Celeste knew the blueprints were there. Like, that was never mentioned. Because that was just a, only Byakuya and
But
Minu.
even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
He's freaking dancing. Wampus.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them.
Well, that's saddening.
And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository.
But then they cleaned
that
it.
should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind
I
it
want to
all
see this.
is...
I can't wait for this image. Heck yes. I love like these reveal images. Oh, they're merging. That's cool. That's cool.
Sorry, you lose.
You lose, buddy boy. Or buddy girl.
I lost?
Yeah.
I lost?
Indeed he did.
When was the last time I was forced to utter such words?
No idea.
They hang heavy around my neck.
Well, soon will the execution as well.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no.
What is your full name?
Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Hey, admitted it.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
Yep, apparently.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Your voice also changed now. I got an A. I didn't deserve that A, but I got an A. That A was not deserved. I sucked. But I made it up. I made it up near the end. Nice.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yay.
To vote, okay?
The fun
Okay.
moments. Are not really that fun. It's kind of, but you know.
If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote.
Oh boy.
And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I feel like we're gonna make the right one. Yeah, we're running low on classmates. They're in short supply recently. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Yeah. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blackened this time. The true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Ifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Ifumi with this plan. But how did he get him to agree? I can't imagine he would happily agree to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her speciality. Lying. My speciality? Don't you make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use, I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right to get Hifumi to act as my accomplice.
Indeed.
I used her. Who? Pickles? For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Oh. I thought you were trying to say something else, but Chihiro bot. Does she mean... She talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about, you freaking idiots? You idiots, you idiots.
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Fumi into that plan of you'd come up with. Right again. Last night after we had our meeting about how it had disappeared, I paid Fumi a little visit. What are you doing here? Is that a Princess Pickles cosplay thing over there?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you, alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it. What?
Are you okay
It was
with
Taka.
this?
He stole it. What?
so
And I have
then,
proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
Grr. So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
as for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did?
As for
He
me...
came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
Fumi's like, what the hell? And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. That does not sound like a Taka thing. Nor does it sound like a Kiyomondo thing. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. Yeah, that is not, like, both Mondo and Taka wouldn't do anything, so, like, combination wouldn't do that either, man. He gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said in my life. I'm gonna kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually...
Taka's planning to use her to escape, and he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you. What? Well, that's spooky.
Indeed.
And also, he could keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard.
Honestly.
Can we allow him continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? I have to save her.
Actually...
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what she has stolen, or what he has stolen, and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Just like, it's complete. Alright, I'm done acting for you. Get out of here. Mifumi agreed with us. The second thought, the effect that item had on him was remarkable. Power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place. Yeah.
But...
So, why do you make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. Yeah, I was about to say, that's probably the reason. Because, I mean, you're one of the few airheads left. I mean, you could have made AoE, and, like, that would have been that. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad you stupidly surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you explain your plan to Hifumi, how do you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with
That's
this?
simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course, that wasn't all that there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, well, you were all questioning him about what had happened to him. I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed me. It all seems very straightforward. Stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up till the opponent was dead.
so in the
So
end,
you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can a human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya. Yeah, I've said those two are very similar. Kyoko too. Those three. They're like the smarty ones in this group.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money. It's true. That's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here. Yeah, that is true. She was the adapt kind.
You little...
Obviously, that was a lie. Yeah.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all that for a dream. It was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle? That's fitting. Castle? Interesting. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires to satisfy my every need. And once I attained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. Is that Byakuya? Right there? With the towel in his hand? Maybe. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Hanakuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing
unfortunately
to be done.
my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it? He's gonna pull the not my friends card. Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own needs. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
We should be saying, and plus, how could he be so calm? Don't you realize what you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared.
Yes.
That's
indeed.
right, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. Well, you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I'd like to come back as Mary Antoinette.
Hey.
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked like to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could feel her own feelings. That statement itself must have been her final lie, and that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her. Y'all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The black and disturb the peace and must pay the price. Now then, I've prepared a
special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Woot, woot, and also,
Kyoko, hold on to this.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What is that? This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
Oh, it's the locker key.
Which is why... Actually, it's not important.
Okay.
Well then, take care, everyone.
Bye!
Perhaps we'll meet again. In another
I
life.
hope not. I really don't wanna. Please no. You're kind of terrifying. Alright, let's see what it is. Oh, spaghetti-o. Yep, that's the right. Rig. Yep. That's the end. Okay, castle and bunnies. The burning of the Versacelli switch? Oh no! Oh. Oh, that's not a way to go. That's not a way to go. That is not a way to go. Oh. Nope, fire trucks. No, that's a wonderful thing. Oh. Oh. Bye. Well, at least it was instant, right? Because if you're going out the way you were originally going out, that's quite a painful way to go. Just saying. Yeesh. Yeesh. Ugh. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of the regrets from the outside world and more people had to die. You guys are still young. You need to learn to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna
Jeez,
do?
and here I thought you guys were going to pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of
What do I care
here.
about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
Y'all are embodiment of hope, whatever you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad. Yes, it is, but the reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you going to make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey.
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
Ooh, wow. Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? Mastermind is something Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I get out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya.
Unless it's
later.
Byakuya, because you apparently come whenever he calls. See you later. Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
So...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Well, that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easy just to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom, rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey.
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance cameras.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still a risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Mikado and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I try to forget what he just said. Everyone at the dining hall leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah? Okay.
So then...
Well, before we do all this, I'm going to end this episode here. We got through the trial. We got through the punishment. It's, yeah, how many students are left? Presents? No, wait. Report card. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're dead. 7. Okay. Does it not change your name? No? Alright then. Yep, anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and well, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and do whatever you can to help. And I'll see you on the next episode. Adios.